Zubayra Shamseden can never return to her homeland.
If I was in China, I don't think I will be alive.
As a Uyghur living in the U.S., Shamseden is devoted to fighting against what she and many other organizations worldwide say are injustices against Uyghurs in China, especially in the Xinjiang region. As Chinese outreach coordinator for the group Uyghur Human Rights Project, she tries to educate Mandarin speakers about what is happening there.
Uyghurs either detained in the concentration camps or detained in the slave labor Chinese factories.
A 2022 United Nations report found China responsible for serious human rights violations. The U.S. and other Western countries have accused China of actions akin to genocide in Xinjiang. In response to VOA's inquiry, the Chinese embassy in Washington sent links to statements by officials about Beijing's policy in the region.
The Uyghur population in Xinjiang has more than doubled in the past 4 decades. Where did the genocide come from? Forced labor is also nonsense. Workers in Xinjiang choose occupations entirely according to their own wishes.
Chinese officials say its policies in Xinjiang have helped suppress terrorism. Shamseden says members of her own family have experienced violence under China's Xinjiang policy. In 1997, in the city that Uyghurs call Gulja, a protest calling for equal treatment turned deadly.
It's kind of turning point in my life. In 1997, the Gulja massacre happened, which is my hometown, and many my family members became direct victims of that massacre. One of my brother, he's still in prison as a political prisoner because of his connection with Gulja protests.
Shamseden decided to switch her career from computers to law and international relations, which led her to activist work in the U.S. China sees what happened in 1997 differently, as shown in the state media report that uses the city's Chinese name, Yining.
Among some of the worst incidents, the 1997 Yining terror attack, which left 7 dead and 198 wounded.
Beijing also says Xinjiang is benefiting from its counter-terrorism efforts.
This is a land of harmony and stability, where people from various ethnic backgrounds live and work in peace and contentment.
There are Uyghurs all around the world that can tell you that they are not living a safe, happy and fulfilling life, despite what Beijing says.
Shamseden says even those who are not in prison are still not free and live under digital and physical surveillance.
We Uyghurs have no space to breathe.
Because of her work, Shamseden says her relatives in China are under surveillance and travel and communications restrictions. But it is her connection to that repression, she says, that compels her to fight for the rights of Uyghurs. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News, Washington.